looking at a connection point is the most important thing to take height consistently. You look for height. You waste all your builds here. You kind of rushed it. You're lucky you didn't die. I don't know what this guy's doing. What? Yo, today we're gonna be coaching another person in the community. He's in the Ceice Thesis Discord. He hit me up. He said, I want to have you VOD my games. I said, let's do it. So if you guys are in the Discord, of course, join it. But yeah, let's get into it. He sent me the replays and I'm already in the call with him, so I don't want to waste any more time. All right, guys, I want to quickly summarize what's happening. What we're watching here is a solo Cash Cup finals game. And starting out this game, he ended up messing up his drop, which made the start of this game super rough. But nonetheless, he's still alive, and there's a lot we can learn from this game. Whenever I'm running out of mats here, you passed up on, he's chasing you, never mind.
Yeah, he's chasing it. Like, I was like, no chance to farm here.
No, not saying you should farm there. I would say, it looks like you actually ended up placing all three walls perfectly. But I always try to like, just place two and keep one. Like, you never know. Or like, like here, you had a chance to just swing a couple times, right? Like, I know he's chasing you, but like, better than this, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you kind of run this way and like use LOS. Like,
I think I just hit the drop map in a bad way.
I think. Wow.
The thing is, I played this area a lot, so I know where like a lot of the extra loot is.
Yeah. No, that's so good that you do that. That you know that. Yeah, you're just gonna be shambles looting for a little bit, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think I recovered loot-wise a little decently. I have a shotgun and...
Yeah, definitely. You have something.
Yeah, and minis.
I would say, yeah, like my mindset is, okay, if I have bad loot, I need more mats. Like, you need max mats if you have bad loot. Because that's the only way you're bailing out. If you have no shield and you need builds. What's more superior than this, like this spot or this bush? Where you don't have to build at all and you can just sit in the bush?
Probably the bush. I think the only thing I was thinking in my mind about that bush is just it's almost like a see-through bush. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could play this one then. You spend 20 more seconds traveling up to the north here, and you're chilling right here, or even here. Yeah. You're waiting for your cash, baiting your box. Maybe someone comes in it. But there's probably more things you can do to be productive. It is, at the end of the day, it is a 55 player zone. So like if you open the map here, you're right here. Like you've got a lot of real estate around here to play around with. Like you're not stuck.
I can't remember exactly what I was thinking, but I was probably just, it's like I don't remember like any metal around here. So I was just thinking like,
no, that's smart. You just need your metal. Yeah. When your cash phones.
Probably waiting for the cash. I just don't remember this game completely though.
No, that's fine. I think it's just still not a bad thing. Cash spawns, you gotta go. Nice.
I think a bad thing I did here was like I'm moving around too much, bro. Like I was already.
You're shambles. Like you kind of have to do what you're doing. I don't see anything wrong with what's going on right now. If anything, like if you're scared about farming in the open, you can just build a bit of wood here and like protect yourself.
What I'm saying is just it's like I was here before and I went forward and I went back. It's like
I think it's fine. Yeah, this is good. You need medkits. This is a valid loadout. You're in a good spot, dude. I would be very happy with how you got here and where you are. Like this is a chillin' spot on the map. You're probably gonna get the next few zones here.
I think I thought about this kid in my mind. I was thinking this guy's a drone because he's sitting in a wood cone on a hill. He's like not boxed or anything. You probably didn't see it, but he was just in like
I saw that.
floor and he was just in a cone.
Yeah,
so I was just thinking this guy's just like a drone. I'm just gonna wait for him to leave and just like full fight this kid. Because one, I don't have medkits I need, and two, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's a very fair read. I think like seeing somebody in the cone obviously is a bit of a drone play, but then also like after that it's more than that, like reading how they build after, which he did build boxes. So I would say like he's not incompetent. He knows what he's doing. You don't have to like this is a full send, and that's kind of why it worked because it was a full send, but like you can read the player like after, how does he react when you smack his wall? Is he gonna hold it, or is he gonna go for instead it, or is he gonna, is he fast, is he slow? But it worked out. You got the kill, and now you have 6 medkits. Your loadout is perfect. Yeah, I think it's fine actually. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Solid. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key would be down for you just to sit like here and just put some wood walls and just like, I'm always about saving those builds, like, or even like a base here on the side of the hill. That way, like here, you have to build a hard box because you're, you know, exposed. But here you could kind of just chill, or even here, like you could just sit. Like no one,
Would.
I guess
Yeah.
you could have that perspective of like this guy could think you're a drone because he sees you kind of crouching in these builds, or you know, building a couple walls in someone old's builds, or you could have the fear that this is somebody's old spot. But I look, you would just like,
I think that's what I was thinking. As like I passed by, is that like like someone could have been there or something. I don't remember like
I,
exactly.
I still like the side of the hill position here. When you don't need surge, there's no rush to be like to get on a power position like this, and it just makes you waste hard mats. And like I said, I'm all about keeping those hard. Like I was making sure when you got on this hill, you didn't waste like brick and metal here before. Like, you know, it's all about wasting wood early, saving your metal, and you did that. Like this is the system you have in here with the wood floor and cone is ideal. Like that's exactly what you want to do. So I get that you understand to be particular with your mats. Zone goes. Yeah, so I don't know if I've told you this before, but kind of planning out your ABC rotate is the best way I can explain it. Of like thinking, it's basically just thinking ahead, but labeling it essentially. So you know, zone pulls this way. Okay, that's A rotate. You don't have to label it. And then you know, it's zone pulls this way. What are you doing? Zone pulls this way. What are you doing? Okay, this way you're going instantly because it's down a hill and you know no one's in front of you. This way, okay, maybe you're waiting for these metal and brick guys to leave, and then you know if you see them leave instantly, then you go too, because that's you know that's your rule. And then here, you know, this is a wide open zone. You kind of need to see, you need to mark the zone here first of all, because you need to know exactly where the edge is, just in case it turns to be a little hairy and you get held more. And then if you know if this guy goes, then I think it's safe to assume that you can wrap kind of left and around this guy, play it by ear when you're here, and then go. But we'll see what you do. Yeah, so you kind of just go with the pack, which is good. I'm sure you scouted out like these guys weren't making moves. None of these guys were holding people, so there wasn't really a fear of going up the middle, right? Like, this is good. And then Matt can serve. I feel like this is unneeded. This top box is unneeded. Build one box, get the wall. Like, use your cone and stair. Unless you're 80 ping and you know he's gonna get your wall first try. Like, use the walls you have already to secure this wall. Like, it's not that. And of course, like, it's not even attached to somebody. Like, if it was like wall to wall, you know, if it was like here, maybe I'd get making another box because that guy's actually on the wall. But yeah, you could have. I mean, think about this. You could have saved 60 builds here. It's all the cones and stuff you placed in. Still, I mean, 470, 480, it's still really good mats. Like, yeah, ABC rotate, which one they're gonna do. You've kind of planned it out. Of course, like, there's not that many options. Like, I guess it could pull here and you would sit. It could pull across his house, and then you would probably see this as an opportunity to go because it's pretty free. And then this is probably one of the worst like zones it could have done because you don't know what's in here. But you can always like sit back and, or you don't have a spray gun, but you know, if you had an AR, you could spray out these cones and walls and be like, you know, is he in there? Is he gone? And if he's gone, then you know you can go right through it, use that as cover, and then this is probably free after this. But of course, the grappler makes it super easy. This is like just a good habit to build. Like, you want to always have these, no matter if it's like a hammer meta where you can just, you want to be able to create those options. This is good. And then you use wood here, which I think is fine. Like, perfect. And you're going, and then perfect. Like, yeah, everything's good there. You box into wood because you know it's not in zone. You go again, you stay elevated. I would say maybe put a stair out on this guy or something.
Yeah, I think I connected. Yeah,
Oh,
I
nice.
connected in some wood. Yeah.
Still though, but I mean, it's fine. This guy's gonna reconnect you, kinda. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like ping. You just hold your floor there and you're good.
No, I know I'm 0, bro. I should have.
Nah, obviously nothing you could do there, but like imagine, yeah, if you hold the floor once, I guarantee that guy doesn't just continue to smack. It's probably just, he's just looking for it. If he gets it, and he got it. That's why another reason why I would have put a stair or like some walls around it. That way you could like, because you could have sat on this floor here with an edited floor and kind of held the stair, and then as soon as he edits his wall, you know, you flip the stair and you pump him, or you do something like that. Like, you could have definitely set up to like play defensive against this guy, and it didn't even need to be a stair and walls. It could have just been a metal stair. You're chilling on your floor here, right, on this tile, and your cone's kind of edited like the stair is, or it could be a stair, it doesn't matter. And then you're just ready to go. And that right there, that like being proactive on this guy could have saved you. But it's tricky though, because it is like in these formats where it's solos, I guess, solo format. Like, for me at least, in my perspective, is I'm always trying to be so perfect. Like, and me potentially wasting that build or wasting walls here you know, a kid throw off the entire game in my eyes. Like not that intense, but yeah, you need to be perfect. And like obviously this made it worse and less perfect, but it is solos and you can bounce back. And it's especially easy to bounce back in a cash cup lobby like this versus a World Cup finals lobby. Like that's why my perspective on solos is so, but my perspective on solos is definitely under a tighter lens because I'm used to playing the most stacked solo lobbies. Like my experience has been majority has been me in those stacked lobbies. But you can bounce back from this. Like, but the good thing is, you know, like whether it's with my approval or your own approval, is your mid game off of that like scuffed off spawn was pretty perfect. Like you were in 5th zone, perfect. Like really good mats. You were on this brick base here. You know, everything was great. It was looking great. Like nothing you did up to that point is wrong. And that's 80% of the game is right there. Like, you know, you only have probably 3 minutes left of this lobby. And you still have your 3 med kits, which is great. But yeah, the shield's gonna be an issue and the mats are gonna be an issue.
Right.
My only critique on this, and I know that you're weak, so you're kind of just trying to get in, but if you do end up playing a bit of a side here, even like, not saying you have to be in this guy's position, but let's say you're here, or you're in between these two, or you're maybe even here, just a side, like pick a side instead of going straight towards the center here. You're going to be right in the middle of everybody. If this, like, you know, if you sit still and wait 10 seconds, every player is going to surround you. You're going to be like dead center of everybody.
Right.
I don't know if you move here, but like, we'll see. Like you're seeing how you're like in the mix versus look at this bluey guy or blue tee or these guys. These guys are in these boxes here. Look how free this is. No one's building here. I know you're weak, but like imagine imagine what happened didn't exactly happen the way it did, or you found a big putt somewhere and you were chilling, right? Like dead side is left side. Like not saying dead side, I guess. Pick a side. You could be right side. Like Oliver OG's right side. He's still better off than where you are. And I think that you can look at all these players and agree that you're not seeing any pros in here. So I would like your decision making is similar, and that's not a bad thing. You're just learning, and I'm getting you to be better than these guys. Like you master the side of zone thing, you're gonna be better than these guys. Like again, you're seeing no pros. The one pro in the lobby is on a side of zone. So if you find some spare loot, you get a berry. Yeah, this is all solid. I really also like just me personally, because it's 3 seconds on zone, and like I don't want to say this and make you feel like I'm bullshitting, because I'm not. Like I genuinely would use wood here, like because it's 3 seconds on zone and there's and everyone's about to go. Like this guy's not gonna fight you. Like he's worried about where it's gonna pull next. But you could save, like it's those small things, right? And you think about them too. Like when you were building that brick base back there, you thought about using a wood cone and a wood floor instead of a metal or brick. So like that type of things, like here you'd probably put a wood floor above you or whatever. But yeah, it's fine. Like not the world's biggest deal. You just need to get a kill later on, and you're still doing good for mats. So now it looks like you kind of have done it, but your goal here is, where's height? How can I be below them? So like here, and this is a potential chance for you if let's say you have more mats and the game didn't happen the way it did, which I think is fairly unlucky that the guy sprayed you and then you got kind of pinched. But ideally, right, let's say you're a little bit more healthy, you have a little bit more loot. Like I want you to win these games like every time. I don't know if you win this game, you might, but like in a perfect scenario, right, here's your chance to lurk under height. Now you're like, this is not something that he's gonna hear you or come fight you or kill you. Like he's holding his height, especially now he's getting fought. You didn't do this, but imagine this: you lurk here, you mantle, okay, and you're here, it's up by 1 piece, and that's 2 pickaxes or a spray, or whatever. Of course you just pickaxe it, but that's chop right there. Or you wait for them to build fight more. They're continuing to go up. Look at this. This guy's chopping. Imagine you chop this guy right here. Or, let's say you see it. Let's say you have an AR in this scenario. You see it, you pass by, as you're jumping off a berry, right? Let's say you're popping a berry, you're jumping, you're turning around looking. Oh my God, it's up by 1. Like that's every time. And again, I'm not saying this to like make you try to feel like you have to do everything. Like this is possible. These are very, very easy things. I'm not telling you to fly in the sky, box up in the sky, and box fight somebody while you're flying in the sky. And I'm not asking you to do that. These are things that I'm telling you you can do. Like you should be popping a berry here, jumping, looking around behind you, seeing what Height's doing. Oh my god, they're contested. Oh my god, they're up by 1 ramp. Like looking at a connection point is the most important thing. You can probably look at it like side view. Like if you're looking at this mountain over here, you can look side view right now and see that there's someone contesting Height right now. You know what I'm saying? So like you don't need to be like analyzing, oh my god, it's a blue skin and a red skin and they're using metal and they're using, no, like it just to be jump, turn around, what's the connection point? 1 wood ramp, boom. Or like, you know, maybe you don't see this ramp. Sometimes I don't see the easy things either. And you know, you say it's 1 floor, or you say it's this wall and the stair, or you know, maybe you look higher and you see it's this, like I don't know, connection point, and then you just get ahead right here, boom, land, chop them out. You have Height, you win the game. Like historically you'll win the game if they fix the heal off meta, right? That's how you're gonna win these cash cups. So you're here, right? And then let's say you land here, boom, another opportunity to just edit this wall here, like play a peanut butter peak, right? Edit peanut butter peak, see what I see. They're still fighting, you know. I bet you someone else does it. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this guy. Nope. Okay. Well, there's an opportunity. Like you're seeing these other people that can check this. This is free. And this is why I also always voice to not like. I would rather have an AR than another set of medkits, just because I don't know. I don't like. I like the heal off meta is just it's gonna change. Like they're not gonna keep this for the finals. And yeah, my muscle memory is just always gonna say to pick up the AR so I can do things like this. Even if I might get second place by heal off, I'd still rather do that. I would rather, yeah, I'd rather get second place in every single game, or third or fifth, and die to heal off than like not be able to capitalize and learn and like do these things in this scenario. Even still here, right? You could like let him do his thing right here, like let him do whatever he wants to do, and chop him out right there in that wood ramp. Spray him when he comes down. As he's falling, you're frying him through the sky with an AR. Those are game-winning scenarios. When you ask, or you hear people ask, like, how am I supposed to win these games? Like, that is right there. Like, take advantage of chopping out Height. But you're doing good. Like I think, like, of course we're talking about scenarios that you haven't taken advantage of, but I think that's still like the fact that you're in this position, one, by the point of where you were at the start of the game, like 20 minutes ago you were with nothing, running away in the open, and now you're here in the top 15 with 40 builds and 6 medkits. Like you are in a very nice spot here. You get 1 kill, 1 big pot on the ground, like, you know, you clean up a fight, you see somebody dying and you go smack the wall and get this guy's extra heals. Like you're vibing, you're big chilling. Even still, 15 shield is good. Someone pulls back to you, you pass up an opportunity, which I think is probably the play. This guy obviously would have had more medkits.
I think I probably just wasn't confident because I was like only 150.
No, I agree. I think this is fine. You definitely try to make the most out of every game. Like, don't be too confident in fighting, even if you are the best. Yes, this is valid. And then, okay, so one thing that I always will do is, like, so you didn't have, I don't know if you had time to scout that it was going up a hill here, right? To like open your map and zoom in and realize, like, I probably not, because I probably wouldn't have done that either. Just off of the mere fact that this is a new season, a new chapter, and I don't know where I'm at right now. Like, if I was to look like down, I couldn't tell you like, oh, this hill looks familiar and is to the, you know, south of the map. Like I will know that by the end of this chapter or by a season or two. I'll know, like, by, you know, just looking like at this picture where I'm at. Like, but whenever you do base up on the side of a hill here, you know it goes up, like, or you know you need to elevate at least. So I always, whenever I stair tarp into the side of the hill here, let's say I'm tarping up for my trio and I'm tarping up, I'm like, oh, I connected to the hill. I just turn around and I edit my stair and I build a box up. Like, you know how to just, like, you're in this box right here and you just edit this floor and you put the walls and the cone up, like right here, you know? Do that right now. You just edit this floor here, use whatever hard mats you have left, build a brick box above you. Like, I call it a safety box. And I would always do this when I'm connected to a hill, and I would always do this in like a mobility meta where I would have like a pad, like the pad meta, or a hammer meta where you need that extra like safe build. So now you can have your, like, let's say it's a different meta. Even the grappler meta, even now, I think is a fine scenario to point this out. You can do this in duo games, and I'm probably going to do this as well. Is, you know, you have your box in here, now you're looking for fights, you're looking for kills, and then, you know, you're holding everybody, you're spraying, whatever, you're doing your thing, you're trying to find a refresh, and then all you do is you edit up in your full built metal box and you go to zone, and no one knows you're leaving, because it's, you know what I'm saying, like, instead of spraying, shooting, let everyone know you're in this box, and then, you know, edit out this wall and go, and everyone that's in front of you or the height guy is going to see you. And like, the safety box is a really handy thing to do, especially when you're on this hill here. Like, you know it's going to go up this hill. Also, I am always on the side of just not using mobility for situations like this. Like it's
Yeah,
better for
that's
you
what
to
I thought about. Probably just ramping.
put a ramp right here, connect to this wall, put a cone to block your head. You know, of course, you just praying that no one's like right here. Like
Yeah.
you can scout that. Obviously, you had the chance, and then just like, you know, side jump or break in this wall here, or whatever. And then maybe again, this is the time you can maybe look for height. Even here, right? Look at like height. Boom. Look at that. They're contesting. Imagine you have an AR again, right here. You spray this out, or you know, maybe be patient and you spray out this floor by one floor. But height will win these games when the meta's changed, and in future metas. We all know that. 15 builds though, you're vibing. Now you're ready to potentially play Storm here. Like this might need to be the play. You got 15 builds. You still have good med kits. I think that, yeah, I think that you could play zone here, play one med kit, or you could go. I think either works. It's kind of up to you. Looks like you just go, so it's fine. Yep, you waste all your builds here, which was a little bit panicky, but maybe that's why you should have played zone there, right? Like you play a little bit more patient. You mark the zone instead of just sending it, because you kind of just followed this guy. Looked like
Yeah.
you kind of saw where everyone else goes, which I do sometimes as well. Like if I can't tell where zone's at, I'm just gonna kind of go with the group. But it ends up going where this XVR guy is. Yeah, I think ultimately the best play would have been sit in zone here, pop a med kit like this guy, and then wait for everyone to go, and then grappler. And then it's still, again, when you're grappling down, height is on nothing. You have an AR, you shoot him out, he falls down. He's not going to die to fall because he's going to grappler. You fry him in the sky, you crack his shield when he falls, right? Boom. Done. And then you imagine you kill him, you get 4 floppers and 3 medkits. That's a game-winning play right there. But now instead, you kind of rushed it. You still have these medkits, which you know this could still give you 30 seconds, 40 seconds of time. Or no, that's maybe an exaggeration. Maybe 30 seconds, right? In Storm, you could sit right here and pop all your medkits and before you died. So like being in the situation where you have 5 medkits and you have no builds is very sketch. Well, let's see what you do here. Let's get you to kill here. Wow, you just accidentally get boxed in this guy's box. And it's kind of nervous. And then another guy falls in your box. And this guy, so the guy that's healthy, you hit him 1, which is crazy that you got in that guy's box, because that guy's also probably stunned. And then the guy that falls in your box is 1 HP, so you probably 1-pump this guy. Nope, okay. This is crazy though. I don't know if you realize this, maybe you do, but I'll comment it. Like this guy's no cones at no floors or no stairs. Like as soon as he edits, you're putting something through his wall. Like this wall right here, he edited, I'd put a fucking stair right in his face. And then yeah, this cutting right in front of him, like you don't need to do this. This is just gonna get you. You're lucky you didn't die. I don't know what this guy's doing. Like he probably ran out of ammo or something. But you could just play right here, boom, wall, stair on your back, wall, stair, or full box yourself. Depending on, you have 10 builds, so maybe you don't want to full tarp this, but. Yeah, you definitely don't need to greed for that forward spot.
I was able to pop my med kit after this, but just absolutely wild.
This guy is like looking AFK. 7 HP. Nice. What? Okay, so one thing I want to show you, like that at the very end there where you got caught in that guy's box, is like the idea is, and you understand this, I know you get this, so it's not like rocket science, but the idea is you don't have to force getting in zone here if zone expands. So we'll take this, we'll go back a bit actually. This is rotating zone, this is what, second moving, I think. So here we are, we're in second moving, okay, zone is going this direction, okay? You can sit right here on this box here, like right here. Let's imagine you boxed, okay? Your edge zone, so just like that scenario, right? You were kind of edge zone. You could sit edge, and now it expands. You're sitting edge, and it's expanding to your right. Of course, you go now, but you see how like it still expands, and you could box right here, and you're not in a great spot, but it's gonna expand, and you'll get this, like you have this tile, right? Imagine you're here, okay? Expands to your right. Now you have this tile access. Like you see how it's slowly expanding. Like you don't need to force to be like where Oliver is. You can just slowly like let it expand to your right. Like imagine this, like 2 seconds ago, this was all in storms. You could have sat like here, played a right hand peek. You know, now it's expanding. Now you're kind of here. Okay, now you're like doing the same thing. Oh, zone, not expanding. Okay, and then around, done. You know, didn't tank anything. And then you're in zone. So like that's something I want you to apply to that final scenario where it was even more obvious than that. Like it wasn't even that like tight of a zone. But
Right.
yeah, like here you could just let this expand a bit. Like it already is, but you'll see here. It's expanding to the left here. Like you're in this tile, you're gaining a little bit more left space here every second. Like just a little bit. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy game. The fact that you made it this far, I think is nuts. Like you should have had I think that you should have won this game on height. Like this is another benefit of height, by the way. Like you can mark medkits, you can mark like what is this? You would see this on height. Boom, medkits. You would see there's I don't know, there's probably a vending machine here. This is something that like Cammy and them did a lot in or Queasy and them did. They would always go to like the Kenjutsu flag. Like they'd be chilling on height looking for the flag or have all a bunch of med mist and they'd go. Like easily, you can easily see there's a medkit on this roof and mark it. Like that's definitely smart. Or yeah, you have extra loot in zone here. Yeah, he wins. So this guy, all because he played height and he didn't play it well. He was choppable the entire time. Like even if you didn't kill him here, you chopped him out, it still is that's the opportunity. Or here, right? This is him. Boom. He's not very well connected, and that's I mean, obviously this Larkos guy is not a pro player, so you would expect this scenario, like when I'm talking about this is like obvious, right? Like this guy isn't going to be connecting that much. But if you were to see like Queasy and Vino, like you're not gonna have the opportunity, and that's why in opens cash cab lobbies, semi-final cash cab lobbies, I would say everything but like a final lobby is when you can really take advantage of these high opportunities. Like, and I mean even like a cash cup finals or even an FNCS finals, a finals week, like even the grand finals, there's always random teams on height. It's not Queasy Vino or you know a good height team on NA always on height. Like you know there's always that scenario that you can look for. And I think if you've ever watched the EU region like or the globals that happen, it's like kind of it is that like it's either Queasy Vino on height and they're winning the game, or it's like another EU team that's looking for height and they're taking it off of a shitty team because Queasy and Vino died early, or they like you know aren't in the position to take height. But yeah, constantly be looking at height, especially with the mobility that's in this season. The berries, you're jumping and you're looking around, you're grappling and you're looking around, or you box and you're looking at your top cone here and you're scouting height. There's definitely a lot you can do, but those would be the ways that you can win the games more consistently. Well, that was awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Yeah, I mean, I've said this a lot already, but join the Ceice Thesis Discord if you haven't already, where I'm doing live VOD reviews and major things constantly. What you just saw is going to happen live in the Discord for everyone to see, and then live commentary, live feedback. Like I'm going to be answering your questions over the games, during the games, after the game, bring people up to screen share and talk about their own games. And it's going to be, we're going to build something great here. Like I'm super excited. And because I want to stress this, it's all free. You're not paying anything to watch this video. You just watched me coach a guy and you paid literally nothing. This is free. Join the server. There's no missing out on opportunity to potentially qualify or win an FNCS. So I'm hoping that we can build a community together. It's nice and small right now, so get in early. And yeah, like this channel has been a super fulfilling thing for me. I'm very passionate about the content I'm making right now, and it's nice because it is super easy. And I can hop on, help a guy, genuinely help a guy, focus on that while I'm teaching you guys as well. So I know I'm rambling right now, but I'll end it here. So I appreciate you guys. If you watched to the end of this point,